Hi guys, it's Little Kansas Kitty and I welcome you back to my journey. I had the RNY gastric bypass surgery on June 25th, 2018. So this marks my 9-month surgery or 40-week post-op update. I started off my high weight at 238 pounds. I'm 5'6". I had a birthday this week, so I'm 39 years old. And last week I came to you and I weighed 140 pounds. Let's jump on the scale and see what I weigh today. As you can see, I'm 140 pounds. That's like the 4th week that I've been 140 pounds, so I think I'm starting to find that comfortable, sweet spot for my maintenance. Again, my maintenance goal is between 138 pounds and 145 pounds, and I'm 140 pounds, which is 98 pounds down, and 2 pounds shy of that 100-pound goal, which I hope to reach at some point in the future, and I will. I promise you. Be patient with me. I'm gonna get there eventually. I lost about 3 to 4 pounds in the month of March, and so weight loss is, a lot slower as you get towards your goal in maintenance. And so I'm here in maintenance and it feels amazing. I'm definitely still playing around. I feel like I'm a little piggy at times and I eat way more calories than most normal weight loss surgery patients. I am planning on doing a what I eat in a day video in a week or so. My next what I eat in a day video will be at 41 weeks post-op. Then my last what I eat in a day will be at 52 weeks, 1 year post-op. This week I had, aside from a ton of birthday celebrations, oh my gosh, I was just spoiled. This wasn't even a milestone year, 39, woot woot, but I just had dinners and lunches and some goodies that arrived through the mail and just little trinkets that friends gave me. And I had my trip to Florida earlier in the month. I went to Justin Timberlake and it was just celebration after celebration, and I'm kind of done. I'm ready to just kind of stay low and just stop with all the celebrating, because I haven't been able to really focus on these last couple pounds because I've been treated and I've been enjoying it. So that's what birthdays are for though, right? Enjoy them, and then we move on and move forward afterwards. I had my 9-month surgery this week, and I had my 9-month follow-up appointment with my surgeon's office. And they were so nice. I got there and there was a new nurse there, and she was so complimenting, and she just said, "Girl, if I could look like you, I would have this surgery in a heartbeat as well." And she was a little overweight herself, and she said she had been considering having the surgery for some time. She also was super sweet when she took my measurements again, and she said that my legs were super strong. She could tell when she got to measuring my thighs. Also, she said that my skin was radiating so much, and she went over through all my vitamins that I take, and I have never ever missed a day of taking my vitamins, and I even started taking them the day that I came home from surgery. And so post-op, I have never missed a day of taking my vitamins. I'm really on top of them. And for skin, I do take my little biotin tablet each day, and then I also take these beauty bursts, and these have the collagen peptide in them, and you can see where I order them and all the vitamins that I take. Just put a little quick link below in the description box of the vitamins I do take on a daily basis if you haven't seen that video, and in case you're interested. So that was a really nice compliment to hear from her, and I did tell her about these, and she said she was going to look these up. I met with one of the surgeons of the office, and it wasn't the surgeon that performed the surgery on me. There were two surgeons that did, but they kind of share in all of the post-op appointments and follow-up appointments. And this particular doctor, he was so impressed and so nice and so complimenting when I was there for my appointment. And you know, the only question that I really had on my heart, which he actually didn't really answer really great for me, is my question was, where should I be with quantity of food right now? Where should I be per meal? And I just told him, you know, I feel like I can eat way more than I've ever been able to at this point out. And I don't get as full as easily anymore. And he said, you know what? You cannot mess with a success. You have been successful. You're doing great. Just continue doing what you're doing. So not exactly the answer that I was hoping for. I was hoping him to say, you need to be at 1 cup, do not go over a cup of food per meal. And he didn't say that. And so I know with all of my running, I am burning a ton of calories, and so I'm consuming a lot more. And just a quick example, so I did a 15-miler run this morning, which came out to about, I think it was 1,860, 870 calories that I burned. So, you know, right there, that's a lot of calories burned cardio. And by 11 a.m., I'd already consumed about 700 calories. So some of you would probably totally gawk at that, because that may be what you're taking in on a daily basis. And a lot of weight loss surgery patients, they are taking in about 1,000 calories a day. And I am taking in way more than that. I don't measure or track my calories anymore. I will for this upcoming video that I'll do in the next couple weeks, just to kind of see where I am, but I imagine I'm easily at about 1,500 calories, if not even more than that per day. Especially on a long run day like today, I will definitely be over 1,500 by the end of the day. What my doctor did talk about is that if he did a scope on me and took a look at my pouch, he did not think that my pouch would have stretched significantly at this point. The reason that I may not be feeling as full anymore is because the esophagus comes down, the small pouch is there, and then there's an opening there that they've created, which is connected into your small intestine. This opening is called the stoma, and the stoma is really, really small to begin with, and over time that does stretch out, and so the opening now is bigger, meaning that the food is traveling through a bit faster and you're not staying as full, particularly with soft foods, with liquids, with carbs, or just junk. I feel like I could eat probably and eat and eat and eat if I wanted to at a very slow rate for quite some time, because it's moving through and not ever giving me that real fullness. So the important thing, the key that the doctor did talk about, is to focus on protein. We all know this. Focus on protein. Your protein is going to fill that pouch. It's going to take a lot longer to break down and to digest, and it's going to keep you full. And so the rules, although he did not give me a real specific rule on how much I can eat and just kept saying, can't mess with success, he did mention that you want to focus about 50% of your plate, your meal that you put together, is on protein. And he said if that's 8 ounces of meat, then that's 8 ounces of meat, and that is fine. However, typically your 50% of your plate, the protein is going to be between 3 to 6 ounces. After that, you move into the low carb vegetables or salad, and that's going to be about 30% of the rest of your plate, and that's about half a cup, he said. And then from there, you move into the carbs or kind of your starches, and that's going to be about 1/3 to half a cup. And so that's the last 20% if there's any room left over. There's where you get your 100%, but if you total all that up, I'm coming up with about 1.5 cups of food, which seems like a lot to me coming from where I was just eating like 2 tablespoons post-op. It's a little scary for me, but I guess what I feel like I feel like I'm normal now. I feel like I'm eating more what a normal average person would eat, versus pre-op where I was just eat and never ever get full. I do get full, but I feel like my quantity is much higher at this point. My doctor did say that this is a great time to go back to foods that may have frightened you, that you may not have been successful for. This far post-op, you should be able to try some of those foods that didn't work before. I'm trying to think, the only thing that really sticks to me in my head is salmon patties from Costco. Those I experienced a lot of clumping with in the past. So I might try to give that a whirl. They are so easy and to prepare, and they're so delicious. So I might go ahead and go back to those and see how I do with those. My hernia. I did develop a hernia post-op, and it's right above my belly button. You can't see it. I know it's there. They've confirmed that I do have one, and when I'm laying down, you can't tell at all. Sometimes when I'm standing up, it pushes out just a little bit and has that kind of like hardness underneath. It doesn't bother me. I have no pain associated with it. Some people can live with them for a lifetime, is what my doctor said. However, if it's something I really want to address, they can go ahead and go through one of my existing incisions. And so using one of the weight loss surgery incision points, go through there and remove or break down or whatever they need to do with the hernia to correct that. And the recovery is probably going to be no running for at least 2 weeks, and then probably slowly going back to running, and then no lifting for about a month, which isn't exciting for me, and since I don't have any pain or discomfort, it's not something I want to address at this point. He did say that a lot of people will correct a hernia if it's not bothering them through plastic surgery down the point. A lot of us go the plastic surgery and skin removal route, and it's a really great way to have some of the surgeon's fees and the anesthesiology covered by insurance. Since the plastic surgery is cosmetic and not covered, you can get some of those fees covered if you're going ahead and doing the hernia at the same time. So maybe I'll have a hernia repair when I get maybe my booty done next year. My doctor and I talked about marathons a little bit. He ran the Montana Marathon a few years ago and was so impressed when I told him that I ran a marathon in February. I asked him about my gallbladder. Some of you that have been following me for some time may know that I experienced what I believe to be a couple gallbladder attacks. I never did go and have that checked out because I never ever had another attack. I don't have problems when I eat. I don't have any discomfort with fatty foods. I just don't have any gallbladder issues. The attacks that I did have, I believe I had a gallstone, and what my doctor said, if it's not bothering you, don't mess with it. Don't even worry about it. I am a stone former. I had kidney stones immediately after surgery. This is starting to sound like a major complications video, but I've had kidney stone issues in the past. And so the gallstones, what we believe to be, I may have passed a gallstone during my attacks, and I haven't had any issues since then. Overall, the doctor was very impressed. He just said, great job, you know, I'm here in maintenance. He said I looked great, I was doing healthy, and that was my 9-month follow-up appointment, and my next appointment will be 1 year. That's going to be pretty much my last appointment with them, and they will check labs again at that point. The afternoon of my doctor appointment, I received a call from the bariatric coordinator, and she said that she had spoken with the doctor and he could not stop talking about me and how impressed he was and just how proud he was of the success that I've had in such a short amount of time, and how healthy I was with my running and my marathons and maintenance. And she asked if there was any chance that she could possibly give my phone number to their hospital marketing department. And granted, this is a big hospital. This is a really big deal. This is KU Medical, and I was very hesitant. And she said, you know, you're a poster child, and you're a perfect example of a success story. and she said, we would love to have our marketing department chat with you. And I asked her, what did that entail? Because I was very hesitant about it. And she said she wasn't sure. She just needed to get my permission to give them my phone number. My hesitancy behind this is, although I make YouTube videos here to document my journey and my experience and hopefully be some kind of help to someone else out there struggling and trying to make the decision to follow this path as well, I'm not sure I want my local hospital marketing department to spread my story. And first of all, I don't know what it entails. If maybe they want to do a little write-up, a little flyer or brochure or something and share it with potential patients and candidates, sure. I think I'd be okay with that. If it means like television, or if the circulation of whatever this marketing that they want to do, social media or whatever, I don't know if I can do that. I've been very private at my office and work about me having the surgery, and one of our huge clients at work is KU Medical. And so I don't know if that would be a conflict of interest. I am in the marketing industry and we work closely with their marketing department, and I just don't know if it would be a good move for me. Now, if for some reason they come back and they call me and this is paid, if there's any kind of payment involved, I think I would probably think about it a little bit harder before I completely turn it down, because hey, I would love to have some extra to go towards plastics in the future. But I don't know. I don't know what it entails. And if it is something that I do decide I want to proceed with, I'm sure it would be helpful to a lot of others, but it is a conversation I'm going to have with our founder and my office and my company, to see if that is something that they support me behind, and that means I will be quietly sharing my story with them as well. So anyway, exciting, honored that I even had that phone call, and I'll keep you posted on any news to come. Just some thoughts that I've had in the past week is that weight loss surgery is not a quick fix. It's a jump start. And for me, I desperately needed that jump start to hit this weight loss hard in the last year. Here I am 9 months post-op, and I'm feeling pretty normal at this point. I feel like I can eat a lot more normally. I do still feel the restriction kick in when I focus on protein. People who decide to undergo weight loss surgery are not taking the easy road. It's still incredibly hard. It takes discipline and courage to go through an invasive procedure, overcome it, deal with post-op recovery, and then start doing cardio an hour a day for 5 times a week for the rest of your life to maintain your new body and your new weight. Just don't wait until you reach your goal to be proud of yourself. Be proud of every step you take.